This is an interesting merging of two worlds, someone with deep foreign policy expertise leading the domestic policy for the nation. I'm joined by Claire Brandley, Program Assistant at Geotech Center, to think through what this really means about how we get through COVID-19 and the public health crisis we're facing right now.
Thank you, David. Really glad to be here. And I agree that this nomination is really important in making sure that we have a cohesive strategy to recover from the pandemic. And that is going to involve global, international efforts. This disease came from across the world, and as people start to travel again, as we continue to move across borders, we need to be able to track those movements and keep people healthy. And it's going to involve someone who knows how to work across countries and nations and cultures and really provide that cohesive strategy. So I'm really excited by this nomination.
And I think it also represents a dramatic departure from the previous administration that was seen as more isolationist and protectionist. It's also probably the first presidency that recognizes we truly are in a networked world, that actually things like trade, things like employment actually transcend borders. So you need to think both locally and domestically, but also think globally. And so this is going to have far ramifications for trade alliances, employment as well. I'd be interested in your thoughts about what this might mean in terms of domestic action we might see.
Definitely. Well, as people have been saying, the digital workforce has arrived in full force this year, but it's left a lot of people behind. People in urban areas, only about 2% of the population lacks access to Wi-Fi and connectivity, but in rural parts of America, that's up to 33%. So that's a lot of people that don't have access to the new jobs, the millions of jobs that are being added, and they're losing that economic opportunity. And it's really hitting rural America hard. So I'm looking forward to increasing that workforce. But as you said, it could have a lot of impacts on how we look at technology policy internationally. So I'd be curious to hear what you think is going to change on alliances on technology.
Yes, I'm very excited. We're already seeing overtures coming from Europe. Europe wants to do a data and tech alliance with the United States. That's exciting, and that's going to require internal coordination, and that's why I'm so excited to see Susan Rice, with her deep foreign policy expertise, being basically the president's go-to person for domestic policy. We're also seeing cases where India and other allies are also approaching the United States. I think we have an opportunity to build a digital coalition of democracies. So with that, thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Fast Thinking. And as always, be bold, be brave, be benevolent.